I just came back from my vacation and guess what? My car tire pressure dropped a lot. Let me show you what happens to your tires if you park your car for just 2 weeks. And it would be much worse if you had run flats. Let's enter this service menu and then select tires. As you can see, all the tires dropped all the way to 33 psi, which is normal for many cars, but not for this one. This is one heavy Mercedes GLS 450 SUV with 7,200 pounds of gross vehicle weight. Let's check what's recommended. Usually you can find this information on the sticker in the center pillar between the doors. These tires are pretty big, they need 41 psi for the front and 45 psi for the rear, which is much more than what I have now. There are lots of things that I don't like to do. Pumping tires in my car is one of them. Just think about it, the whole thing is so depressing. You must drive to a gas station where the compressor is always blocked because someone always wants to park there. So you have to wait. And finally, when you get there, it asks you for coins. Who has coins these days? And even if you find the gas station that accepts credit cards, using it will cost you an arm and leg. But no matter how much you pay, most air compressors still use these prehistoric measurements gauges, which is almost impossible to read. And the rubber hose is so short you can't even reach to the rear wheels. Now, it would be nice to have one of these compressors at home. But there are a few problems. It's very loud and it's very expensive. So to make the story short, I found this company, the Shockflow, which told me they have a solution. They said this little sucker can pump my tires. What? This little thing? And on top of everything, it's cordless, no wires. Is that even possible? This portable smart pump comes in this very simple box. You can see the product information and it's so small but powerful. The company name is Shockflow. It comes with this handy pouch with a zipper. So let's look inside. The included manual is very detailed. TP4 is the model of this pump. Here's the actual pump. And the size is so small, I can almost cover it with my hand, which is unbelievable. There is a large display on top and a single air hose on the bottom, with an already attached nozzle for your car tires. A convenient handle makes it easy to carry. In addition, there is a built-in flashlight, so you can see what you're doing when you use this pump in the dark places. On the opposite side, there is an input for a cigarette lighter adapter. Just in case you forget to charge this pump, you can still use it by connecting it to your vehicle's cigarette lighter socket. There is a USB Type-C input for charging because this device has its own battery, and that's why it's cordless. There is a power button to turn the pump on and off. So let's turn the power on. In the upper display you have presets, which make the whole thing into a single button operation. Just pick what you will inflate: a ball, bicycle, motorcycle, regular car or heavy SUV. And the pump will automatically set the recommended air pressure. On the lower display you can turn the flashlight when it's dark. You can always adjust the preset numbers using these plus and minus buttons, as I'm about to show you. After you set everything, you hit the start button and start pumping. And finally, in settings, you can change your preferred measurements. For example, we use PSI here in the United States, But if you like to measure in bars or kilopascals or whatever, you can change it here in settings. Let's turn it off for now. So it comes with two cables. One is a USB type for charging, which you can use the same way as you charge your cell phone. And the second cable is an optional cigarette lighter adapter, which you can use whenever you forget to charge the pump. This SharkFlow Smart Pump comes with these extra nozzles, which is outstanding. One to inflate any balloons, including the water floats. And the second needle nozzle is used to inflate a ball. Also included is one spare fuse. The thing is very simple and I like the simplicity, but let me show you how easy this pump works so you can see it with your own eyes. Since it's cordless, you can place it anywhere you want. Then remove the tire valve cap and don't lose it. Mercedes tire caps are very advanced. As I explained in my other video, 3 hidden facts about Mercedes wheels. The link is below. Now let's attach this air nozzle. For the sake of this video, I'll pump all the tires to 40 psi. And turn the power on. I'll select an SUV in the presets and adjust it to 40 psi using the plus and minus buttons. Before I start pumping, the display measures the current air pressure, which is 33.5 right now. Once I hit the start button, the air compressor will work until it reaches 40 psi. And then it will shut off automatically. Very simple. But I'd like to measure how long it will take to add the 7 psi to this big wheel. So it's at 39.5 right now, and now it has reached 40. So it should stop automatically because that's the number I set. And bam! Done! So it took me 2 minutes and 32 seconds to increase the tire pressure by 7 psi. Try to unscrew the nozzle quickly so you don't let the air out. And let's put the cap back. So now I'll do the same thing on the rear tire and measure the time. I really like this one cable operation. Let me move out of the way so I can show you what I'm doing. Turn the power on. Select your desired preset and adjust the number to where you want to pump to stop. I'll set it at 40 psi and then touch the start button. If this little compressor could pump the tires of this heavy SUV, believe me, it would pump any tires of any car. The rear tire is a little bigger, but it took almost the same time, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. If I had to go to a gas station, it would take me more time just to find my shoes. Of course, if you have a smaller car, it will be much faster. So let's put the cap back. And now let's take a look at my vehicle's tire pressure monitor. Although, as you can see, it's not precisely 40 psi, it's 1 psi less. Most likely the reason it's 39 is because the tires were not completely cold. But it's not a big deal since you can always add some more air if you want to. But what will happen if you forget to charge this SharkFlow Smart Pump? And the good news is you can still use it via cigarette lighter adapter. Just plug it in, it has enough length to reach any tire. But what else can it do? I got this soccer ball as a present from one of my good customers working for ESPN about 5 years ago. But now it looks like a total disaster. So I think the time has come to bring it back to life. This SharkFlow Smart Pump conveniently comes with this needle pin nozzle, designed specifically for balls. So let's stick it in. Select the ball preset and I'll adjust it to 8 psi. This pump actually comes with a chart of recommended pressures for various sports. And it takes only a few seconds, so you have to watch out because we don't want to blow up the neighborhood. 6.5, 7 psi, and I'll stop because I think it's fine. Usually a soccer ball is somewhere between 7 and 8 psi. I'm so happy I brought this ball back to life so I can play soccer with my kids again. But here is the most exciting part of this video. During my recent vacation, I had to inflate this swimming fish balloon for my daughter so many times I thought I would blow my brains out. No more, because now this little pump can take care of it. I'll use the second universal attachment to do the job. Again, let's switch the power on, but this time I'll start pumping the air without any presets. The pump will not stop automatically if you hit the start button without setting the preset. So you have to watch out and stop pumping air yourself, because if you don't, it will continue pumping until, guess what will happen? Exactly. And unless you want to get that look from your spouse or your loved ones, make sure to stop the pump as soon as it's done. Great! Usually I like to talk about the product's pros and cons, but the only one thing I would suggest is to make the air hose a little longer, because it's hard to reach the top on the larger wheels. I mean, it's not a big deal, you just need to move your wheels a little or raise the pump itself. Other than that, it's a fantastic tool that I personally think every driver must have. It's easy to use with just one cable operation, so that anybody can do it yourself. Correcting the tire pressure in your wheels once a month will keep your tires in good health. You're driving in top comfort. And if you've seen the gas prices lately, yes, the proper tire inflation will increase your car's fuel efficiency and save you lots of money on gas. This shock flow portable air pump is ridiculously inexpensive. Personally, I recommend everyone to get it, but even if you have one already, it can be a very unique but very inexpensive present for your friends during this holiday season, or any other time really. It is currently on sale, plus you can use my discount code on top of everything. The links are below in the video description, and if you buy one of these via my link, I may get a tiny commission to support this channel. And the question of today is: what other car gadgets would you like me to review? Please let me know in the comment section below.